I think I'm starting to realize I may have a severe case of OCD. Yeah, it's pretty bad. All right, so if you check out behind me, there is a portion of what you can see of my salvage yard. Kind of beat around the bush on this story before, but I think I've got an old picture of where the salvage yard used to be, and I've told it in another video, so I'm not going to tell that again. But today I want to show you exactly how organized it actually is. I mean, some people just flipping out how straight the rows are, some people's flipping out because there's a lot of vehicles. But again, over there, I'll show you, my business grew faster than I can do anything with it. So these Jeeps kept acquiring and I couldn't keep up with it, and the rows was just a disaster. But finally, I think summer of 2021, 22, doesn't change the story, I bought a SkyTrack because I wasn't actually able to pick these vehicles up from the side. The only way I had a long set of forks, I can pick them up like from the front, or I had an apparatus that like went down in the tunnel of them and can pick them up. So I acquired a SkyTrack, and if you look, can y'all see? I think you can see like the little heels over there, the edge of it. That's the edge of my property now, and you'll see what's crazy about that. But I'll show you where my property line used to be. When I acquired this field, I was like, I set my foot down, I set a date, and I was like, I've got to get this crap under control. It was just so hard to maintain them, and it's in such messed up rows. So I'm not even a morning person. I bought this SkyTrack, got me a set of forks. You can ask my wife, she'll testify. I think every day for, give or take 2 weeks, I was up like crack of dawn. I did this all day long. Yeah, it's like mid-July because I had to spray the SkyTrack with water about once every hour to cool it off. So let's get started. I'll show you around some of the rows and make all this stuff make sense. So y'all are looking this direction. It's kind of hard to see. There's more, we'll get over there, but it goes over and goes over. There's actually even more over there. Just real briefly, that's my shop I work out of. That's where I keep parts. There's a ditch right over there. That would have been the property line back of that shop. Goes down, there's a big truck trailer, and then you can see that tree line right up through the middle of the field. That was my property line, and this was the original junkyard. Salvage yard. That's what I was sitting there thinking. Most people's probably wondering, like, how do you keep up with where a vehicle is or where it's at or what year? See what I'm saying? So after this, you'll probably understand what goes on. It looks just like a big field, which it is, but it's pretty organized. I'm gonna show you the main dividing line that separates all this stuff. Get some AC going on. Look right between, there's a row of WJs and there's a row of Cherokees. That was going to be the road to my new shop that I don't know if I ever built. Thanks to y'all watching these videos, kind of changed up and kind of took some stress off of me, so maybe never have to build it. So it'd be hard to tell, and I'll show you later on, but I had all these roped off with a barge rope, and I think I went with 18 foot between the rows there, and like this one I think I went with 22 foot because this was going to be the main road that goes all the way over there. Bush hog this year, but right here there's a pad that I've built with some excess dirt. This was going to be my new shop to work out of. Hot dog, this Cherokee's got a roof rot pretty bad, huh? So yeah, there's a spot right there I've got built up for a shop. That way it's so much closer to all the junkyard, salvage yard, sorry, and it's kind of central. So again, the road would have come between right there, and there would have been a drive up to the shop that doesn't exist yet. And again, thanks to y'all. Maybe one day. I meant to say it before, So I've got Cherokees, I've got Comanches, I've got Grand Cherokees. These things, I don't even know what they're called. Those are like 05 to 08. And again, they was all piled up over there in the field. So when I mapped this out, I was trying to do the best I can, but there's, gosh, nearly 800 vehicles out here. So this was a gamble, and it come out, I mean, down to the wire. I'm gonna start out with just say, I bought a Jeep, what do I do with it? So I'll go show you. So if I bought a Jeep, obviously it has to go somewhere. So this was my property line. You can see the little stake right there. Made a deal with this guy. If I would keep everything bush hogged, I could use it. So thankfully I've got more property than I had before. So as I buy these vehicles, we gotta have somewhere to sit them until I can put them in the rows that I'll show you soon. But you can see this was WJ's. That's 99 to 04 Grand Cherokees. The next row up would have been 93 through 98 Grand Cherokees. Then this row was just Cherokees, and if you look right over there, I've added a fourth row. It's just kind of random, and that's why I'm doing this video. Towards the end you'll understand why, but there's like a little ridge that goes around there. That spot is full, so I don't want to have to ask my neighbor for more land. I've just got to get these filed in. So those right there are 100% complete. Like, sit them off the trailer, roll back, sit them on the ground. Some are good, some are wrecked, some are bad. That story. So now, the next process, I'll show you. Should have cleaned my windshield before I started. So WJ's on this side, ZJ's on this side. Let's see, it goes down through here. Let's see, I wound up with one of them I didn't know what to do with, so it's in that row. Then I got one of them and a Liberty. And then I think I just quit caring. There's another Liberty. There's some Cherokees on this side. And then more Liberties. And like I said, those are 100% complete. The way they come in is the way they're sitting. Like that Cherokee particular right there, it's got a 6.5 short arm, winch bumper, all the goodies on it. So if you're one of them people, you're probably wondering, yes, all these, I'll get you a better view, have catalytic converters, aluminum wheels, all that stuff. And by the time you see this video, they won't be there. Need to get my drone out, but if you can tell, those are 4 rows, and then back over there, well, we'll just drive. You can see I got room for about 1 more Cherokee, and then stack about 2 or 3 more, and this place is full. Maybe 1 right there. This entire row right here, I bought from one guy, the same place. Actually got a video on that coming up on my side channel, but it ain't edited yet or don't exist. So now I want to show you what I'm going to do with those next, and then I'll tell you where they go. So if you look behind me, you can see the concrete pad, 4 light poles sticking up. If you remember, well, you probably don't, but I think summer of 2020, COVID and everything screwed up, I had been saving for probably 10 years on aluminum wheels and catalytic converters. Market shot up, and I was like, it's time to make a move. So I built this right here, and all this thing's job was to do is bring a Jeep in, and my original set of forks went between it. I could come in, sit it down, cut the catalytic converter off and the aluminum wheels, and then carry it to the proper rows. We'll go show you. So that's what I'm saying. If you're a thief and you think you're gonna come out here and steal converters, you're not. By the time you see this, they'll all be gone. And then I've got random ones sitting around. So all of these right here, they're complete. Like I said, some have converters, some don't. Aluminum wheels. All of them gotta go sit on that stand, and took all them off. And then, if you look down through the middle rows right here, remember this row is the one I said I wanted wide. This would have been my row to come to my shop. The crazy part, nobody actually knows, anything that is this side of the road has been parted out. Anything on this side, which I'll go over my rows, still relatively complete, has motors, transmissions, all that. I just have to get ahead of the thieves and get rid of catalytic converters, wheels, such stuff like that. So this is the first row I started with. You can see it's WJ's. those honestly are the most popular for me. And as we go down through here, this row was full at one point. You can see there's 1, 2 missing there, 2 or 3 missing there, 1 or 2 missing there. So those are ones that I've actually pulled in the shop, pulled the drivetrain out, and now they're on that side of the road. So that was going to be my motto. If it's on the south side of the road, you can go through it. If it's on this side of the road, you can't touch it. That's the WJ. Next row will be more of the WJs till I ran out. And then we did a few Liberties. Those are all complete until I run out of them. Now we have 96, 7, 8 Grand Cherokees. And they'll run to about right here, and that's where I actually ran out. And these are the Renix Cherokees, the 84 to 90 model. And then I think actually right there, these are 91 through 96. So I'll probably have you confused as all get out about numbers, year models, but just trying to show you how organized it actually is. All right, so you see these are the newer body Cherokees. This is going to be my dividing line. You see all these are missing motors, missing axles and stuff. And then you can see that one's still complete. Same situation as the WJs. I've stole a few of these. There's a red one, that's a wreck. You know, these are still complete. Still got axles, still got motors, still got basically everything except converters and wheels. And somewhere down through here I run out of 97 01s. Went back to a few of these old ones. And I think this is, golly, you scared me. I didn't know nobody's down here. So sorry about that. Yeah, these are all just 91 through 95 Cherokees. 96. You can't see it, my brother's up there in his red one. He was driving around, I didn't know it, and I heard a rev limiter behind me and it scared the fool out of me. So again, kind of hard to see from this angle, but from this point, that line right there, that way, all those are basically complete. You know, some are good, some don't have good motors, but you can see that way, and then over the hill, all those are basically just hulls. This row, Taco Jeep, will be something one day. You can see all these. If you do see a motor laying in there, it's junk. It's just hanging out there, but no axles, no drivetrain. Got a Skytrack starting sitting stuff on the roofs. All these are missing motors for the most part. I think all the way up through here. Keep going. That's a lot of Jeeps. So I stopped at that one, and then I started, I think I started with the WKs and just started putting them in there, and I stopped about right there, and then I filled this row up with WJs. And at this point, I don't know what I'm gonna do about more WJs. This one got a little crooked, kind of bothered me. I gotta get that straightened up, but no motors, no motors. So next row, these two rows are 96, 7, 8 Grand Cherokees that have been took apart. See, no motors. No motors, hood blew over. Stole one there from Mark. That's a junk motor. That's a junk motor. That's a junk motor. That's a junk motor. So that's that row, and then same year model over here. It's a lot of Jeeps. Some of them I do leave the motor in if the motor's bad, but now I'm actually going back and taking them apart. This was the row I was talking about that I got crooked on. I've got to get that pushed back over. Now we go over here. This row and this row is 93, 4, and 5 Grand Cherokees, but somewhere down through here I changed them. I keep saying those 5.2s are junk. They're not junk, I just don't have no use for them. A wood ladder. Still use parts off these, it's kind of hard to believe, but yeah. And then right here I think I stopped and I went to whatever that thing is, and that thing, and that thing, and yeah. That ZJ don't belong there, it just wound up there. And that's what I think personally helps me out so much is, see all these behind me. Most people that do what I do would have kept them about a few weeks and then scrapped the hulls, but they just sit here and keep selling and using and all that stuff. So let me turn around. So we just went down that row of 93 through 95. Now we got this row, which will convert over to something at the end. Let's see. Liberties, that's what it was. So I got my Liberties through there. I got me a little gap in case I get another Liberty. And then Comanches. It's so crazy, them are so rare, but I really don't do much with them. They're just rare. And now I started more of my 91 through 95 Cherokees. I'll explain on that row right there. You can see like this one just got dropped off. What the heck? I don't even know where that Jeep come from. So the next row would be 87 to 90, actually 84 to 90 Cherokees. But towards the end you'll see I knew I didn't have as many of them. So somewhere down through there starts the 91 through 95. But like I said, I just did the best I can and it's pretty impressive, but it could be better. But where do you draw the line? There's that one, there's one of my first ones, that's 84. That one. I don't even know where this Jeep come from. Anyways, maybe I'll fit through here. So yeah, these are old ones. I don't do a lot with the old ones. The Renix ones, I think they're all a dying breed. So up until somewhere. I think it's a white or a red one. Green. That one's got, the green one's got all my lift kit parts, so. All these through here are 91 through 95, and then just ignore this random stuff. Both. The next row is actually all, well, say that, it changes. So the next row is pretty much all 91 through 96 before they change the front clip. Very rare color, it's 95, it's my lifted Jeep, first Jeep ever, convertible. Green ones. Hey, this is where I started organizing by color. I was getting down to the nitty gritty and I was like, hey, I can do it by color. Look, all these are red. And somewhere down through here it changes to white. Those are all white. And after the raised roof one, the gravel conversion, those are 97 to newers. You can see I've been doing some clearing. I'm trying to get all these trees out of the way, making more room. Tree lovers, don't freak out. That's just overgrowth. It'll never be timber. It'll never be anything. It's just growth up. All right, let me get to the end of this room. So these seem to be the most popular 97 to 01 XJ Cherokees. You can see there's not much left. Again, refreshing you. There's no motors, no axles, no nothing on these. These are just bodies. I think there's a couple red ones, again, you can see organized by color. A couple of the red ones still have motors in them, but I didn't like the way the antifreeze looked, so we left them there. And down through here is where I've got some new ones coming in, and they're just random stuff there. So there's a van. Completely random, a battery died on the camera, and then my dad's Jeep caught on fire. So it's almost dark, but I think we can finish up today. So this row is just random stuff. I don't know how I acquire this stuff. The Dodge trucks, I actually make a little bit off them, so I do them. Again, you can see they're missing motors for the most part. And then somewhere down through here, Durango, same situation. They got the 4.7, so I do stuff with them, 318s. And these are just random. Rangers, I don't know why I have. Fords, Zuzus, a couple Chevrolets, those are for me. And we'll just swing around. I ain't gonna go to the start of the road because this is just random junk. Another Chevrolet. Hey, there's a Sea-Doo. Chevrolet ice cream van. Another Chevrolet, Dodge, Ranger, Tahoe, storage, Durango, Dodge. I actually use that truck. I got a box I gotta fill up, and then these are my axles. Yep. And then ironically, that's how I haul scrap right there. Fill them full. So this is the point of the videos. These right here, that's what I was showing you, all those. Got wheels and such on there. They've got to be checked in, gone through, and then sit over here in their proper rows. So that pretty much gives you an idea of how organized it actually is. Like, I don't think there's a way you could ever actually be perfectly organized. There's always gonna be variables and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go show you what I use to keep them straight. And that's about it for this video. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. After this is done and I get everything situated, I just want to do a video. I'm gonna pick out one random row and just walk down through it and talk about whatever I run into. I think it'd be kind of neat because there's a bunch of stuff down there. But if you got any other ideas, you know what to do. So luckily one of those trucks I acquired had this roller rope, and I don't know, God, it's probably 200 foot long. Where's my SkyTrack? I gotta find my SkyTrack. But I had these little flags, and I would put a flag down. I'd probably put a flag every 50 foot, and I would drag this rope down through there, and I'd kind of throw it around and get it situated or whatever. That way when I was sitting the Jeeps down, I knew to sit them right in line with that rope. So that's how they're in perfect neat rows. This ugly thing right here, it is hideous, but it works wonderful. That thing has moved legit thousands of vehicles in just the short period that I've owned it. I don't think I got anything left. I have one. Those little flags like that. Then I had like a rod and some more stuff and measuring tools and stuff like that. Alright, if you remember the last scene right here, there was a row, there was another row, there was another row, and a row over there of Jeeps. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure, gosh, it had to be close to 100 of them. I thought it was about 40, but it turns out it wasn't. But if you thought I was organized, I got even more organized. I don't know if you can see, but I got to thinking, I sit there and straight advertised if you was a, I guess I'll say low life, too lazy to work thief that want to cut catalytic converters off, I told you where they's at. So I got that took care of. Remember my stand I showed you right there? All of them are safe, hidden out now. No worries about them. I guess I did make it easier for you to take the wheels now, didn't I? Before you had to take them off. Now you can just reach and grab them. Alright, please don't steal my wheels. I gotta get them put away. Just been really busy. Think how much work that was just to take all them off and stack them on top of I moved 100 vehicles. Probably more than that. I know it's more than that. And then there's more over there too. I ran out of room there. So like I said, after I edited this video, I was like, that was probably the dumbest move you made in a while. But I'm thankful I did it because now everything is neat and nice. And hopefully it'll last me a pretty good minute. Let's just start at the very top and I'll just show you from there. There's no vehicles, they're all gone. There they are. Alright, if you remember right here, there was like 3 WJs. Actually, there was 5. And it always just kind of irked me. So I was like, get that fixed. So now, let's see, what did I do? This is every single ZJ that has a motor, complete, no catalytic converters, get that out of your system. And it goes all the way down through there. Luckily, they fit perfect. And then I wound up taking those 5 WJs. And then if you can notice, maybe that road keeps on going way up the hill even farther. So now all them Liberties, they're right there. They're all grouped together. And if you see that gap, you'll understand why when I get there. Pretty much, remember my dividing line? Where is it? Right here. This dividing line over. No, it was that dividing line, my bad. I'm trying to talk and learn camera at the same time. So nothing pretty much happened over here. You know, all of them don't have motors. And so far all I've did is just put some of these XJs back up here that needed to put in place. They got no aluminum wheels, or the ones that have steel wheels like that one there. I don't really care about the steel wheels. Unless they got good tires or something. So all this turns to XJs up until that dividing line. And it's still confusing, but like these are 91 through 96, and then I think they're carryover from that row over there, and then these are older ones or whatever. But It's not really a huge deal for me on the year models. I could spend all day getting them perfected, but I can look and tell, and it's just me, so what's it matter? So yeah, now I've got some sitting here. If you remember, there's gaps. And I still got room for a few more. And I went ahead and started going, I think the last one, when y'all was here last, was that green one. And you can see I've added. And even the WJ stopped way back there, but they keep on going. And what else? There's about, I don't know, 12 that I didn't. They don't have converters, get that out of your system, but most of them, honestly, probably run and drive. If not, they got minor issues. While I was moving them around, I was like, what if you need one for like a, I don't know, a build or something like that? So I put them right there. I'm gonna put them somewhere different. I got a bush hog, but I did play it smart. I kept a few of them. Like I said, those Cherokees stopped right there. All of them, no wheels, no converters. Liberties, I got them organized. I don't really do a lot with them, which is so confusing. But I got a few of them if it ever happens. And then nothing happened after that road Cherokees. It's so weird. I want to do a video on it, like strictly that topic. There is more Liberties than there is Cherokees or Grand Cherokees up until those year models left on the road, and I don't sell anything for them. It makes no sense. Oh, what else did I change? Got that one saved for a project. I got this row straightened out. Remember I told you a little crooked. So now all these Grand Cherokees, these are the carryover of the ZJs. And then I've got those little things situated. Oh, and I moved the scary van. And what else was over here? The boat, I stacked it on the roof. And now I moved those XJs back down here. So whenever I get this land situated right here, I'll move the proper years to the proper years, but for now this gets the job done for me. Clearing this off to put more vehicles, but odds are I may not acquire no more. The way it's looking, game over. Yeah, nothing happened down here, just junk. See, the converters are in a safe place. There was obviously more than that, but you know how it is. So hopefully you enjoyed that. That's what's the word I'm looking for? I'm glad I did that because I wanted everything reorganized, but I've been waiting on the video to explain what it was. Now they're in line, and yeah, if you can imagine just the logistics of moving those. I can't tell you how many hours it takes just to move the vehicles. Then you got to put them up on there, take the wheels and tires off. If you ever mess with Jeeps, they have very frustrating lug nuts. Very frustrating. So I had to deal with that. And yeah, cutting the converters, that's not fun. But has to happen unless you want to be broken in to install your stuff. But yeah, if you notice back then, that was summertime. It took me this long to get the job done. That's why I'm wearing a jacket. But I believe that's got it covered. I think that's pretty cool because like you go to a pick apart that is like perfectly organized, and they're still gonna have like several vehicles just scattered throughout. So very organized. I take pride in it and try to keep it that way. Anyways, have a good day. Hope you enjoyed. Comment any ideas.